Welcome back, everybody. Today what we're going to go ahead and focus on is solving a 5x5 Rubik's Cube. Alright, to get started, let's go ahead and get the cube scrambled. Alright, now that we are nice and scrambled, okay, one thing you will notice when it comes to a 5x5, unlike the 4x4, is there are centerpieces here. So there is a centerpiece on each side, and that indicates what side that is. And just so you know, white goes opposite of yellow, red goes opposite of orange, and green goes opposite of blue. Alright, but yes, these centerpieces are going to be our basis to know what side, what color each side is. Alright, now to get started, we're going to be doing something similar to what we were doing with the 4x4. Just the difference is, instead of there just being 4 pieces in the center here, now we have 9. So these 9 pieces are equal to 1 center of the Rubik's Cube. And what we're doing is we're going to be doing the reduction method, and we're going to go ahead and reduce this 5x5 cube into a 3x3 just like we did for the 4x4. Once it's into a 3x3, then we'll be able to just solve it normally like a 3x3. And I will go ahead and work into the beginner's method for this video. Alright, so to get started, just like we would with the 4x4, we want to start building our blocks or building our lines. Just the difference here is instead of us building blocks of 2, now we're going to be building blocks of 3. Alright, and what I like to do is I do like to get the center solved first before we get going. So what I'm looking for is I'm looking for any centerpiece that will connect to this white here. So here's one right here. Just bring that up. Alright, now we want to find another one. Okay, none of them are on the side, so they're going to, actually I'm sorry, there is one here on the side. So I'm just going to turn this, bring that up. Now, once we build our first line, what you want to do is you want to go ahead and turn it so it's up and down like that. That way we can go ahead and build the others and put them on either side. So let's go ahead and build our next line, and we're going to be building on the outside here. So let's find a center. Okay, here's a center right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and bring this up to the center area. And want to go ahead and find a corner. So there we go. So now if I bring this up, it's not going to connect. So all I need to do is just do a quick turn here. And then if I just slide that up, now I've built my next block or my next line. And all I need to do is bring that down. Now we have 2 built. Alright, let's go ahead and build our last one. So we want this to go here. So to do that, what I'm going to do is just bring this up, turn it, and bring it back down. And there we go. Alright, and let's find our last one. Okay, it's actually here in the yellow side. So what I want to do is I want to line this up, and so I want this to go here. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and turn this and bring it up. Now we did break our other white here. Bring it back, and if I bring that back down, that will put the white back. Alright, and just bring it up, and our white center is built. Okay, now we're going to be moving on to our yellow center. Okay, and this is where we have to be careful here, because anytime we do anything with this middle area and bringing it up to the yellow side, we are going to be breaking white. So we do need to make sure we put that back every time we do something. So for example, we're going to go ahead and bring this up and build our center line. Okay, now what I want to do is I want to bring this out of the way, or just turn it. And then you can see our white line, just bring it back down. And we have white still built. Now let's go ahead and build our first yellow line. So right there, well, actually we'll use this since these two are together. So I'm actually just going to bring this one down, turn it, and bring it back up. There we go. Okay, now this is where we have to do similar to what we did with the 4x4. Anytime we bring yellow into this layer here, and we're going to be breaking white. So when we do that, what we need to do is we need to do a U2 so we can bring white back down. So I'm going to bring this up, do a U2, bring it back down. And that preserves white, and now we have 2 blocks on top for yellow. Alright, and let's build our last one. So this right here, we're going to turn it, bring it up. Okay, here's our other piece. Let's bring it over here and bring it up. Okay, and just like we did with the 4x4, once we have 2 blocks in and we need to place the last block, what we don't want to do is we don't want to come over here and put it up, because now we just broke white and we have no way of getting that fixed. So we're just going to go ahead and bring it to this side and bring this yellow block or this yellow line up to this yellow block. So just bring it up, do a U2, bring it back down. And then there we go. We got white built and we got yellow built. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get all of these centers completed before we start working on the edges. So we already have a blue line, so let's go ahead and start with blue. Now when you start doing this, just like we did with the 4x4, you want to keep white on the left, keep yellow on the right, or vice versa. You want to make sure you're not messing with these layers at all. That way you're not breaking them. So let's see. Well, actually, we already have another blue side built here, so I'll just bring that down. And now we just got to build the last blue. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and turn this so that this connects to there. Let's bring that there. And if you saw, the blue piece was right here, the one that we just moved out of the way. So if I bring this back, that blue should come back down into here. Let's do a quick turn, and then I can bring it in. Okay, and now we need to build the rest similar to what we did with the yellow, where we have to make sure that we're putting things back to the blue anytime we build anything. So let's go ahead and work on orange. And again, we know it's orange because we have the orange center here. So I'm going to turn this, bring that down. Alright, we have our orange line, middle line, turn it, so we can go ahead and put blue back. Okay, no, I already have 2 built here, so what I want to do is I'm going to bring this up to this layer, bring this back down, and then all I need to do is place a centerpiece in here. So there we go, we got that centerpiece. So bring this down, move it over, and then we're going to go ahead and put blue back. And now this orange is ready to come down. Okay, and just like we did with the yellow, so what we're going to do is we're going to bring orange down, but then we need to do a U2, so turn the top layer twice, and then bring the blue back up. And then blue still preserved. Alright, and now we just need to build this last one here. So let's see, we got orange can come down here, so let's do that. Move it out of the way. Bring blue back up. Alright, and just like we did with yellow, again, if we bring this down right now, it's going to break blue and we have no way of fixing it. So what we want to do is we want to line the orange on top of the outside orange line. Bring it down, do a U2, bring it back up. And now we have blue and we have orange. Okay, now we're on to green. Let's see. So I'm actually going to go ahead and kind of do a shortcut here, because I actually see I have this little block here, and these green pieces are actually ready to go in there. So what I want to do for this is I'm going to bring this down, bring it over, and then bring this back up. Now we have our blue, we have our orange, and then we have these 2 that need to be resolved for red and green. Okay, now when it comes to this is where I'm going to go ahead and teach you a commutator. Now when you're doing commutators, the way that this works, so what I want to do is I'm actually going to be flipping in one area. So for example right here, I want to flip this red one and this green one here. So when I do that, what I do is I come down to the bottom side that needs to switch with the top side. So come down to the bottom side. I'm going to bring that up to the top side. Well, actually, let me see. Just to make sure I do this right. Alright, let's go ahead and try that again. This is what happens when you try to do everything slowly and you don't necessarily think about how you do stuff. So, you know, I had to explain that wrong, so I apologize. So, just to go ahead and get back to where we were. So again, what we want to do is we want to flip this red and flip that green. So what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and bring this side up to there. And we're still facing this top area here. I'm going to go ahead and turn the top. I'm going to bring this center down because that's the piece I'm flipping. I bring this back and then we bring this line up. Okay, once we do that, we just do another turn on top and bring it back and then bring this back up. And now what you can see is we flipped this green with that red. And now all we got to do is flip this green and this red. So we're going to do the same thing again. So again, we're going to bring the greens up to here. Okay, turn the top because we're working on the right. So when we're working on the right, we turn the top this way here. Now, this is where we're flipping it, so we're going to bring that down, bring the top back, and then we're bringing this line up here. And then we bring that back again, and then you can see green wants to go right back. And now we have orange, we have green, we have red, and we have blue. So that is how you go ahead and get all of the centers built on a 5x5. Next, let's go ahead and work on the edges. Alright, now when building the edges, it is going to be similar to the 2x2. The only difference that you're going to really run into here, though, is that because there's 3 pieces now, sometimes the pieces are not going to be properly aligned, just because the colors may be flipped. So we're going to have to play around with it and get it the way we need in order to build our edge. But we're going to be doing the same thing we did with the 4x4. As we build an edge, we're going to bring it into the top layer and replace it with a broken edge. So let's go ahead and we'll start with blue and yellow. So let's find the other blue and yellow pieces. Alright, don't see it here. Okay, here's the first one. Okay, so we have yellow and blue and yellow. Now on a 2x2, when these are not in the same line, it's guaranteed that they'll go ahead and match up together. But on a 5x5, that's not the case. So I can tell you already, because you have blue and you have blue, these are not going to pair together when I slice this over. So what we need to do for that, we can do one of 2 things. Either we can just bring it up in the top layer and then go ahead and adjust it however we want and bring it back down, or we can just do the flipping algorithm just like we did on the 4x4. So let's go ahead and do the flipping algorithm. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and face the one I want to flip, which is here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do right side up, top to the left, right side down, turn the face clockwise, right side down, turn the face counterclockwise, and right side up. And now you can see we flipped that blue and yellow. So let's bring that over. And now we just need to find the last blue and yellow piece. And again, just like with the 4x4, as long as we are putting things back as we're building everything out, we don't need to rebuild these centers in this layer here, as long as we're not messing with anything up here or anything down here in terms of mixing up layers. So as long as we, if I bring this up and bring it in here and I put it back with another broken piece, these colors will be preserved once I decide to put them all back together. But let's go ahead and find the last blue and yellow piece. So it's probably down here. There it is. So here's the blue and yellow piece right here. So now there's a certain way you need to do this, that way it's where you need it to be. So in this case, I want the blue and yellow to be here. So what I'm going to do for that is I'm going to go ahead and bring it down here, or up here. I'm going to bring this side down, bring this over so that the blue and yellow is there, and then I'm just going to go ahead and bring it back up, which replaced what we just did. And now the blue and yellow can just slice over, and this is built. So I just bring this to the top layer and replace it with a broken one and bring it back down. Okay. Now, again, you don't need to build the centers back, but just to show you real quick here that they can easily be rebuilt. So just go ahead and put it back the way it was. Alright, so now let's go ahead and build our next edge. So let's go ahead and do red and white. So here's red and white right here. Okay, now for this example, what you want to do in order to make sure it's going to slice over and pair with this centerpiece here is we want the red to be here. And because again, when they're the same color, so if this is white and white, then they're not going to pair together. They're going to be flipped when they connect. So what we want to do is we want this red to be here. So to do that, I'm going to bring this over, bring this side up, bring that back, and then bring this down. And then you can see if we just do one slice, now they are paired up together. So let's find the other red and white piece. Here it is. So I want the red and white piece to go here because we already have two here. So to do that, I just bring this up, bring it over, and then bring it down. And bring that over, edge is built, bring it to the top layer, replace it with a broken one. Alright, next one, let's see, we'll go red and yellow. Alright, so far I don't see it, so it's probably on the bottom. Yeah, there it is. Well, there's the first one. So we got red and yellow. We'll turn this so we can bring it to the other red and yellow. Okay, so again, I want it to be red when I bring it in this layer here. Oh, actually, here's the other red and yellow piece right here. So let's go ahead and do the flipping algorithm for this one here. That way we can put it right here, because again, these are flipped now. They're not paired up together. So to do that, again, we face the one that we want to flip in the front right corner here, and I do right side up, top to the left, right side down, do face clockwise, right side down, face counterclockwise, right side up. And you can see, if you bring that back, now they are paired together. And now I want this red and yellow piece to go here. So what I want to do is bring this side down, put this over here to replace it, bring it back up, and then there we go. Alright, and we'll go ahead and bring this to the top layer, replace it with the last broken edge. Alright, let's see, we got blue and orange, orange and white, and orange and white. So let's go ahead and slice that over. You can see that they're paired together. And let's find that last orange and white piece. So it is not in the middle layer here, so it's right here. So for that, I'm going to go ahead and bring it over here because I want it to go here. I'm going to bring this side down, turn this to replace it, then bring that up. And now if I slice it over, now it's built. Alright, this is the last edge we're going to go ahead and put in the top layer. So again, whenever we run into this situation, same thing we did with the 4x4, what we want to do is if we bring this up like this, we have no broken piece to replace it with. So what we want to do is put one of the edges we've already built on top. Go ahead and bring this up. You can see that built edge is in the back here, but when we bring it back, it's going to put it back in the top layer. So now all I need to do is, since I put this up, I want to replace it with that broken layer here, this broken edge, and then bring it back down. And right there we have our 4 edges built on top. Okay, now we want to flip the cube over, and we're going to go ahead and put 4 edges here. And then we'll start working on solving the middle layers. Okay, so let's see. All right, we got blue and orange, blue and orange. So to do this, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring it out of the way. We're going to do the flipping algorithm. So right side up, top to the left, right side down, clockwise, face clockwise, right side down, face counterclockwise, right side up. All right, and just bring blue and orange back. And now here's the other one. All right, and I want it here, that way it can slice over on the top layer. So do right side up, replace it, bring it back down, slice it over, and now put it in the top layer and replace it with a broken edge. Alright, now we got this blue and white we want to connect here, so we need to flip one of these, so I'll go ahead and flip the centerpiece here. Okay, there we go. We're going to bring this blue and white down to here, bring this up, replace it, bring it down. Bring that over, now it's built. Top layer, replace it with a broken edge. Alright, let's see, we got green and yellow, so what we'll do is we'll flip this centerpiece again. Alright, and now that we have it flipped, let's bring it back. And now we need to find the other green and yellow, and it's going to be somewhere in the middle layer here because we already know that these are all proper edges on the bottom here. There it is. So I want it to be in the bottom layer, so I'm going to go ahead and flip it. So right side up, top to the left, right side down, face clockwise, right side down, face counterclockwise, right side up. Alright, and it's right here. Just bring it over, and the next line's built. So we know we can go ahead and replace one that's already built, and put the broken edge in that spot and bring it back down, and you have 3 of them built now. Alright, we have one more to put in the top layer. So let's go ahead and do red and blue. So we actually have 2 of them that are matching here. So I'm going to go ahead and flip this. That way I can just slice it back and it will pair with those. So boom, boom. Okay, now once those are flipped, there we go. So again, we want to bring this up to one that's already built because we only have one edge left, one broken edge left to put back in. So bring this up, put the broken edge in that spot, and bring it back down. Okay, now that we have 4 edges solved on top, 4 edges solved on bottom, what we want to do now is we want to go ahead and solve the centers. That way we can start working on the next part. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so now we have red, we have blue, we have orange, we have green. So as you can see, everything we've done, It didn't impact those. They still came back the way they were supposed to. Now, there's a couple different ways you can do this, but what we'll do is we'll do this the easier way here. But actually, here's the first way you can do it. I'll just go ahead and show you this as an example. So this red and green, they just need to flip with each other. So really what I want to do is I'm just going to turn this layer and turn this layer. I'm going to do the flipping algorithm, and then when I bring it back, they're going to be oriented correctly, and this first edge will be built. So let's go ahead and do the flipping algorithm. Bring it back, and then there we go. So we have that red and green. Alright, now another way you can do this is we can go ahead and replace one of these that we want to put in. So for example, we want this green and white to go here, but if we do that, it's going to break our centers here, so we don't want to do that. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and put a solved edge in the other spot that I'm not really worried about right now. So right here, I'll put a solved edge there. I'll go ahead and bring this over. We'll bring this up to replace, we're going to bring this up in the place of a built edge, and then bring the broken edge back down. And then when I bring this back, you still have these preserved. And now we just have our last two edges to build. We still have 4 edges built on top. Alright, so now this is where we have to do some flipping algorithms in order to get it to do what we want. So first thing I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and make a pair. So let's go ahead and make this pair right here. So green and orange, green and orange. I'm going to go ahead and flip that. Bring it back. And now what you can see is this needs to come up here and then come back here to build this edge. So to do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to slice this over. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do the flipping algorithm right here in this spot. That way when I slice it back, it's going to build that second to last edge. So let's go ahead and do the flipping algorithm. So again, right side up, top to the left, right side down, face clockwise, right side down, face counterclockwise, right side up. Bring that back, and now you can see that the second to last edge is built. And now what we have is we have our only parity case we can really run into on the reduction method for the 5x5. So we need to do a parity case in order to get this flipped correctly. Once we have it flipped correctly, then we'll be able to solve it like a traditional 3x3. So to do the parity algorithm, what we do is we bring this broken edge to the top layer. And what we're doing is we're focusing on these first 2 layers here for the first couple turns. So we're going to do right side up, turn the top twice, or a U2, face to bottom, do right side up again, turn the top twice, do it one more time, right side up, and again we're doing these 2 layers, turn the top twice. Now this is where the middle layer comes into play. We're going to do right side down, we have to do 3 layers, turn the top twice. We're going to bring the last 2 layers down, turn the top twice, do right side down again for the 2 layers on the right, turn the top twice. We're going to do right side up with the 2 layers, turn the top twice, right side down, turn the top twice, and then right side down one more time. And you can see that we did go ahead and flip that edge, and now it is properly built, and now we can go ahead and solve it like a traditional 3x3. So I'm going to go ahead and try to go through this quickly just because this video is already long enough here. So let's go ahead and build our flower first of all. So we're just going to bring all the white edges to the top layer. Alright, where's the last one? There it is. Alright, so now just like we would with the 3x3 is we're just going to line up the edges, flip it to the bottom, and we're building our white cross. So let's get the red and white, flip to the bottom, green and white, and orange and white, flip it to the bottom. Alright, and there's our cross. Alright, this one is not in the right spot, so I'm going to bring it up to the top layer. We're going to solve our corners. So bring blue to blue. There we go. Move it out of the way. Right side up. Bring it back. Bring it down. It's placed. This one is not right, so we're going to bring that up. Okay, red to red side. Move it out of the way. Bring that side back. That side up. Bring it back. Bring it down. Here we go. We got blue and red. There we go. Move it out of the way. Left side up. Bring it back. Bring it down. Alright. And one more to place. Okay. And again, we want the white in this layer, so you just need to bring it up. And again, you want to do, whenever you're moving this here, you don't want to bring it up when it's on top of a piece you've already placed, because you will end up breaking that when you turn it. So let's go ahead and bring this on top of the last corner that we have not solved yet. Bring that side up, turn it, bring it back, green to green, move it out of the way, bring that side up, bring it back, bring it down. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and do our second layer just like we normally would. So here we go. We got a edge here that does not have yellow on it. Again, this is the same thing for a 3x3. This would be the one edge piece that's between the two corners here. That's what this is equivalent to here. So green to green, red's over here. What we're going to do is move it out of the way, do our left algorithm. So left side up, top to the right, left side down, top to the left. Face the red side, which is the other side we're placing. Right side up, top to the left, right side down, top to the right. Alright, that first one's placed. Alright, here we go. We got blue and orange. Alright, orange is over here. Move it out of the way. Left side up, top to the right, left side down, top to the left. Face orange, right side up, top to the left, right side down, top to the right. And, okay, now we have all yellow edges on the top here, so we need to go ahead and get this one of these two edges into the top layer. So to do that, again, what we do is just face one of those and do one of the algorithms. So we'll do the right side up, top to the left, right side down, top to the right, left side up, top to the right, left side down, top to the left. Here we go. Bring that to the red side. Blue's over here. Move it out of the way. Left side up, top to the right, left side down, top to the left. Face blue, right side up, top to the left, right side down, top to the right. And here's our last one, green and orange. Orange is over here, move it out of the way, right side up, top to the left, right side down, top to the right. Okay, left side up, top to the right, left side down, top to the left. Alright, and again, that is the only parity algorithm that we ran into earlier. This will solve just like a 3x3 because it is an odd cube. Parities, when it comes to OLL or PLL, you only run into when it comes to a 4x4, 6x6, or any other even-sided cube. Alright, so now what we're looking for here is we're going to go ahead and this is our L case. So we're going to turn the face clockwise, top to the left, right side up, top to the right, right side down. Bring that back. Alright, and now we have our yellow cross on top. And now we're going to go ahead and get the centers built here. So let's find where they match up. So we have red, we have blue. So what we're going to do is put one in the back, one on the right. face the front here with one on the right, one on the back. So again, these are solved here when I say one on the right, one on the back. And what we're looking to do is get these two flipped with each other. So what we do is we're going to be following this here. So normally you would be following the pair, but this is the equivalent of the pair here. So we're going to be following this as we do this. So we do right side up, top to the left, right side down, following the pair, bring it to the top left, right side back up, bring it all the way back, and put it back in. And then when you do this, when you have one on the right, one on the back, you just do a turn to the left at the end of it, and then you can see orange is in the right spot, blue's in the right spot, red's in the right spot, green's in the right spot. Okay, now we just need to get our corners in the right location here. So we have red and green, that's wrong, red and blue's wrong, blue and orange is wrong, orange and green is wrong. So again, when none of them are right, what we need to do is just do the algorithm. We just do it from any spot. So we do top to the left, right side up, top to the right, left side up, top to the left, the white line, bring that down, top to the right, the other white line, bring it down. Now one of the corners will be in the right spot, and it's this one here, red and green. Alright, and none of the colors match, so I can just do the left algorithm here, and this will get them all in the right spot. So top to the left, right side up, top to the right, left side up, top to the left, right side down, top to the right, left side down. And now red and green, blue and red, blue and orange, green and orange. They're all in the right spot. Flip white to the top, and we're just going to go ahead and orient the corners. Alright, and again, once we start solving the corners here, when we're doing the beginner method, we're going to solve it in the front right here, and then any other corners we need to go ahead and solve, we don't move over to those corners. What we do is we bring that corner to this spot so we can go ahead and get it resolved. Okay, so when yellow's on the right, we do the first algorithm, which is, and we only have to do this twice. Do right side up, top to the left, right side down, top to the right, right side up, top to the left. You can see it's there. Right side down, top to the right. So our first piece has been placed. We're gonna turn the bottom here and bring another corner that needs to be resolved to this spot. So when yellow's facing you, this is where you do the other algorithm, or you can do the algorithm we just did, but you have to do it 4 times. In order to avoid having to do it 4 times, I like to do the left side, the opposite algorithm, which allows you to do it twice. So we do top to the left, right side up, top to the right, right side down. And we do that one more time. Top to the left, right side up, top to the right. There it is. Right side down. Turn it again. Okay, here's another one. So again, this is the left algorithm. It's facing you here, so we're going to do the second algorithm. So boom, 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 boom. And last one, this will be the first algorithm because yellow's on the right. So right side up, top to the left, right side down, top to the right, right side up, top to the left, right side down, top to the right, and we are solved. So a little bit more complicated than the 4x4, but it's actually a lot easier when it comes to parity, since there's only the one parity case that you can really run into. But outside of that, it's not too difficult. Just getting it reduced to a 3x3 and then solving it with whatever 3x3 method you are aware of. Alright, as always, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I will keep making more content.